Hey, and we are live. Thank you for joining me for this 7-day spiritual business vision board challenge for more freedom for light workers who want more balance. And so for today, we are going to talk about contribution freedom. So in this vision board challenge, I have 7 days laid out for you, and we are going to break down your life in 7 areas, and I'll share with you what those 7 areas are each day throughout the 7 days of this challenge. So it's a 7-day challenge. It's live. It will be on the replay. I'm going to do it. I'm starting the 24th of July 2023 just to put this, and I'm starting a little bit early because I want to give a little bit of context. If you're watching on the replay, watch it all the way till the end. Set aside some time, a chunk of time. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this live for. You'll see it. And again, I've gone 10 minutes early, so probably add on to that. But I wanted to explain a little bit and give a little bit of housekeeping before we dive into day one. So I am streaming on the SoulLegacyTV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona YouTube channel, with me, Iona Meade, if you're new to me. I'm the founder of the SoulLegacyAcademy.com, so I'm streaming in there as well. I will give you homework. So this video and the replays will be in the online training portal. It will be in 2 places. It will be in the standard vision board challenge homework. And if you want to upgrade this challenge and watch the replays and get the resources and the tools that I'm going to share with you, then you can do that, and it's $7.77. And if you are an upgrader, I'm going to invite you to a 2-hour monthly coaching call. I'm going to gift a $77 per month coaching call to follow on with this teaching. And I share that because I want you to really pay attention, really pay attention to what I'm sharing with you over this next week, and actually just relax and not think, oh, she's got a bunch of stuff to share with me at the end, and like, I don't know what that's going to be. That's it. And then we're going to do every single day a different topic, and I'll share what those topics are on my mind map training in a second. And then we're going to wrap up with what I call the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass and the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge. So we're not just creating a vision board. What I am doing is creating teachings and trainings for you. And this training is going to support you in getting real deep clarity on how you want to contribute in the world, how you want to contribute with your spiritual business, how you want to build your business online, how you want to be an author and a best-selling author, how, or you already are and you want to get your book out there or your book written. I am an author and I do have my book out there and I do have my book written, and I'm going to take it on. Part of my vision to contribute is taking my book on a virtual book tour. How you want to start a YouTube channel or a podcast and all those things. And I'm going to share with you how you can join my network called the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network. And it is for YouTube podcasters partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement. We have a monthly networking call on the first Monday of the month. We're going to start that again in September. And it's a really great call to connect and collaborate with like minds and cross promote. So I will leave the link around here. Hey, how you doing? Say hi in the comments. I haven't got the comments up actually. And StreamYard will let me know where you are watching from. I'm streaming in the Soul Legacy Academy. I'm streaming in the community. I'm streaming in the Facebook group, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, everywhere. So do feel free to comment, share this out, invite some people in. Hey, Katina. Is it Katina? Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to come on here live. How you doing? And just set the stage for the homework that you have, set the stage for you to be in action for our contribution freedom. On Tuesday, we're going to talk about health freedom. So while you're making your difference in the world, I really want to help you to take care of your health and be the best version of you, and what that vision for you looks like. And so emotional freedom is on day 3. So you don't want to miss any of these, because day 3 is really about, we know what we feel, right? What we think about and what we feel about what we think about manifests, right? So that's really, really key. And then Katina says, you have to tell me how to say your name. This is right on time. Whoop, whoop. Yes, divine time, because when we ask, it is given. On Thursday, on day 4, we're going to talk about environmental freedom, where you want to work, where you want to live, where you want to travel to, and put that on your vision board so that you can be in alignment with it. And on Friday, we're going to talk about relationship freedom, because this is huge. It's about the relationship with yourself, relationship with the universe, God, source, angels, guides, whatever you want to say, and the relationships with the people that are around you, whether they're supporting you or not. I've got you. We're going to be in a community with like-minded people. So invite some people in who have like minds, who have a vision, a powerful vision, and they want to make a difference in the world. This is the community for them, for you. Your relationships with your spouse, your relationships with your parents, your grandchildren, friends, all of those relationships, we're going to clean them up and have them really support you on your journey. And you show up, so you're supporting your soul tribe. You've got a mission and a movement, so you can be the best version of you, who is clear on your contribution, who is taking care of yourself. Because when we're not, or we're not emotionally like where we want to be, and we're down and we feel like a fraud, we feel like we don't feel worthy of, or we feel fear, right? But when you're walking your talk and you're doing this vision board, and every single day I'm going to support you, I'll share with you how I'll do that. We'll connect with those relationships, and you'll connect with your soul clients and your soul tribe even deeper, right? And so on Saturday, on day 6, we're going to be talking about spiritual freedom. Everybody loves this, and usually you probably have it down, like, yeah, I got spiritual freedom down, but we want to be following our soul guidance. What I notice is many of us actually ignore the soul guidance because we're like, yeah, I got it, or yeah, I don't want to listen to this sign because it feels a bit hard, or the signs are showing up and we're ignoring them, or we're asking the universe, like you've said, this is in divine time. When we ask, it's given, but we need to take action. So I'm inviting you to get all the way to the end of this challenge and do something different this time, because usually the people that I work with have resistance to change. Many people do. Resistance to change because it's uncomfortable. They want it, but then it's like, we need to follow through. And I'm going to support you like for an entire year of following through for free, right? And then we have financial freedom on Sunday. So every single day is going to be a theme day, right? And so the days are going to follow on. And I have what I call the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast. So I'm going to dive in. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to get on with this training. Do leave any comments. Again, do share this out. Let me know. I'm probably the mind map queen. So I'm going to share my screen with you. If you're not familiar with mind maps, you will be by the end of this training and this 7 days. And I am literally going live early. And what I want to do is explain to you what we're going to cover for this week. So do take notes. I have the Soul Legacy Journal. I've gone like small. Let me go back big. Soul Legacy Journal. And this is what I use to come out of my dark night of the soul. This is what I still use every single day. I've just come through a dark night of the soul and a spiritual awakening triggered by burnout. It was rude. And so I'm doing a mid-year training for me, but I'm inviting you guys along the journey. And then we'll do our annual challenge in December. And this is the Soul Legacy Journal. And I call it 365 Days of Your Spiritual Awakening Story, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. So you can jot that down. That's on Amazon and that is on Lulu. And it's a blank notebook, basically. It's a companion journal to my co-author book series, and I'll share with you that as well. Oh, you love mind maps. Woo! For professional and personal uses. I do. I absolutely do. So let me just share this mind map again with you, and I will go small on the screen. All right. So so while I'm teaching, please ask questions and I'll come back, but I want to kind of dive in and give you like that orientation into the week. Because I know sometimes it's like, oh, how long is this training going to be? And if you've been asking for it, you'll probably really enjoy it. But sometimes when we come upon something that is really for us, there's resistance. And so for today, I'm going to dive in really deep, and let me know if you've created a vision board before and you've broken it down, or let me know if you've been through my vision board challenge. So contribution freedom, the frequency for your spiritual business. And I've got my vision board, and this was my last vision board challenge. And I've done this a couple of times. I first did it in public for my group, which was called the Spiritual Biz Women Network. And we grew to 1,200 members in 12 weeks. So I shared it there in December 2020. And then I shared it again in the March, and I decided to actually move on to the YouTube platform. So this is a YouTube challenge. It's in Facebook and it's on all the socials, but primarily it's a YouTube challenge. And that was my vision back then. And I've gone and I've figured it out, and I've got a model and a framework that I want to share with you how you can contribute as well. So for 2023, don't know how it's gone for you, but I was in burnout, right? And today marks the last day of my contribution for almost a year, 3 weeks short of a year, for contributing to 3 foster children, 3 children under the age of 5, kinship foster care. Yes, your girl did it. And you do for family, right? And so today marks the day where I made that transition, and I handed over my great niece, and you know, she's going to live an amazing life. And so I wanted to do my work in the world, and that was part of my light work, but I wanted to build my business. And so here I am with my own tools, walking my own talk, and knowing that I have a system to get going faster. So contribution freedom for the end, from July to December, we're going to set some intentions. And again, day 2, you're going to have your own images, and you don't have to create everything today. I'm going to walk you through Canva, creating a digital vision board. And if you've never created a vision board, I'm going to give definitions and meanings and energy and intentions behind it. But throughout this week, you're going to gather your own images from wherever it is, on your phone, on your Facebook, on your socials, wherever it is. And so I share my, like, I'm in my bikini there, right? And so I'll share the progress that I've made and me manifesting and things that I still want to manifest. And I will share it every single day as I'm manifesting, which I have been doing over the last few weeks. Emotional freedom, tapping if you want to. I love tapping. I love reading books to support me. Like I said, I'm an author and I love reading books. So that's emotional freedom on day 3. So you'll get ready to do your own vision. I have a vision to travel the world, travel while I teach, and while I learn, be a retreat leader, go to Thailand. That's my daughter on there, Mia. And go to Canada, go to all these bucket list items. So we're going to put those on. But the difference, what we're going to do is just set for a year. We have a big vision, right? But we're going to set for a year. What do you think that's believable for you in this next year? What have you been putting off? What can you do to get that momentum and get that success? So you can really, like, for the rest of this year, I will be sharing my journey of traveling, packing up my home, becoming a digital nomad, all that stuff, and the pains through it. So relationship freedom is my best day. I love it. Like, I love the relationship with you. I love the relationship with my family. So I have my daughter. She is now 20 and a half. My son made his transition 8 years ago, Darnell, 12 days before his 20th birthday. So now there was 7.5 years between my daughter and my son, and she's now older than what he got to be on this earthly plane. And I have my granddaughter as well. Brooklyn is his daughter, and she's almost 10. So relationships and legacy is big for me. I'm sure it's big for you, but I dedicate my work to my son. It's just really huge. And I'll share more of my journey as we go on throughout the week. Spiritual freedom. We're here following soul guidance, doing everything that we can to raise our vibrational frequency and make our difference in the world. So I'm really excited about that. Financial freedom. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Contributing, financial freedom, right? And everything else in between is like I like to say. So yes, we've got a vision of contributing, but we've got giving and serving, showing up, speaking out and serving deep. But the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass and the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge is where we bank 50K in 50 days vibrationally first, be the version, see what it feels like, right? The Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. We play the Soul Income game, right? And so you get used to receiving the money and actually spending it as if you've had that soul client income. It's a beautiful process. I love it. I do it every day. I do it every week. And I share what it is that I'm spending my vibrational money voucher on. Let me just check in with you, and then I will give the meanings and the definitions, and I'll go to all of this stuff, and I'll share with you how you can become a contributing co-author in my co-author book series. If that is something that you want to do, if you want to be an author, I've got co-authors in my co-author book series, and I'm relaunching that. And so I want to share our spiritual awakening story. I want to help you make your contribution and make your difference in the world, whether you are a writer or not. And I have, again, my own book, which is called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul-guided influencer's compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. And I will share how I am contributing and leveraging my light work and lifestyle, not just on Facebook, on YouTube. All right, so this is a game. I'm going to check in just a second. This is the masterclass that you can register at the end. It's free. It's a 4-hour training. We dive deep. And if you know anything about me, you'll know that I really do serve deep. And so this is a game, and there will be merch. Eventually, the merch is not ready yet, but we will have merch around the 7 Freedoms frequency and the podcast. So let me just check in, and then I'm going to go through the meanings and a guide that you have to guide you through and give you the foundations of this challenge. All right, so Katrina says, hey everyone, welcome. So I can now see comments, but do leave your comments, do share this out, do comment in the community, and I will serve you deeply. Does it have to be digital? No, it does not have to be digital, not at all. Please tailor what I do and what I share with you. And you can do a mobile lock screen, you can do like a desktop, but you can absolutely print out your pictures. We're going to go to Canva by the end of this training, but you can print out, like, I've actually thrown out my printer. Like, I have my printer for like 11 years or more, but when I go out and I print out at the library, and it's quite inexpensive, and you can absolutely, I've got my cork board somewhere in the back there. I just haven't got pictures on it now, purely because I like to travel and I don't want to carry my vision board. But I started there. And some people get a little bit funny with it being in the environment and then people walking into their room and seeing it. But if you want to put the vision board, and I'll show you examples of vision boards, absolutely tailor this to you. So if you're going to do like a cork board, because we're going to break down each area, you can just put sections on it, and it can evolve and it can change. And when you manifest, you can leave it up, leave whatever image up. Definitely put yourself on the vision board, and I'll walk you through that, but it doesn't have to be digital if you're not like that. Hey, Yvonne, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining me. Don't know how much you've caught so far, but you can watch the replay. I just gave an introduction into what we're going to cover today. We're going to start with contribution freedom. We're going to go to health freedom on day 2, emotional freedom on day 3, environmental freedom on day 4, relationship freedom on day 5, spiritual freedom on day 6, and financial freedom on day 7. And they're all linked, so you do not want to miss them. Even if you watch them on the replay, please do take this time. And the replays are going to be up right until December. And I do have an online training portal where you can get all the resources and links that I'm going to share with you today. So take your time through it. I talk quite fast. I'm trying to make sure I get this training done in like 90 minutes, but I don't know. But I want to share gold with you. So welcome. And if you are new to me, I really do appreciate you coming and spending this time with me, because time is of the essence. And we know, when we're spending our time, it's a real thing. So this guide, if you're in the Facebook group, so I've noticed that you guys are commenting from Facebook. This guide should be in the Facebook group. It's a free download. It's my gift to you. It's called the Spiritual Biz YouTubers, C.H.E.E.R.S to Financial Freedom Frequency. And so this 7 days represents my soul signature system, and I call it the intentional living code, the C.H.E.E.R.S to Financial Freedom Frequency. So day 1 is like the C for the C.H.E.E.R.S contribution. H is for health, emotions, E, environment, E, relationship, R, spiritual, S, and then the financial freedom. And the frequency of your vision board is going to be a different vibration to what you're vibrating at now. Otherwise, we'd be manifesting it, right? So the idea is this 4-step guide to how to visualize what you want and how to get it is not just leaving that cork board or that vision board, actually manifesting it. And I want to support you in that. So this is a 4-step guide. It's totally free. It is a masterclass bonus as well. And when I do my coaching, I base it on this. And what I want to do is really quickly, let me see what you can see, really quickly give you a testimonial that I got back in 2012 for this guide. So it's free, it's valuable. When I first did my vision board challenge online for the Spiritual Businesswoman Network, I had students, one particular student that went through this before the challenge and was manifesting, and within 6 months she actually manifested land for a retreat center, and she moved cross country. Her husband got involved and her children were involved, and she was teaching intentional living. This is what I call it. It was just absolutely epic. So many people, amazing people, were manifesting, and it's just a lovely thing for me to share. So this is this quick testimonial. So I set out on what has become an exciting and inspiring journey, and you'll have to forgive me because I have early and dyslexia, so my reading is quite jerky. I remember being in school, like being terrified. So this is big for me. So inspiring and journey after having made a deliberate decision to change specific aspects of my life. And I know that you've made that decision because you're watching me. Several months passed to dedicated analyzation, research, and progress with the support of my family. And hopefully you do have the support of your family. And if you don't, you've now got a family. Just by being here as part of the tribe, you've now got a family. We have Soul Family. Like-minded people and professionals who shared their knowledge and advice for free in abundance. I gratefully continued my journey step by step, and subsequently was introduced to Iona Meade. She says, "Dear Iona, your work and your personality resonate with me. The guidance, authenticity, genuine care, and warmth that you provide are taking my journey further than originally intended in a more holistic direction." And I'm still doing that, right? And so your literature has equipped me with empowering strategies regarding shifting thinking processes, because we know thoughts are things, structured analyzation, increased efficiency potential, identifying specific goals and taking action in accordance with those goals, because your vision board essentially is goals in each area of your life and setting intention. And if you're not like somebody who loves goals, I'm going to share with you how you can have like a North Star that guides you instead, kind of a softer way. Your impact on my life is of a very inspiring, nurturing nature. For that, I'm truly grateful. So in this guide, I've got links. So if you want to track along with me, then download the guide. I will again share all the links within the online training portal. But this vision board challenge group, I think it leads to this one. It leads to my YouTube channel. And so this is today. And so I don't want to refresh it because it will actually start playing back to me. But this is being streamed on my YouTube channel at SoulLegacyTV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. And again, this is a YouTube challenge. Although it's been streamed out, it's a YouTube challenge, and it will be there for the replay. And so every single day it will be on the YouTube challenge. If you click onto the video and click the notification bell, you'll get notified when I go live. What you'll notice is the next year's will be there. So when it comes up to December, these will go away into the online training portal, and then I will do the annual vision board challenge. It's such a beautiful way to hold people accountable to actually do the work in your challenge, rather than doing a pop-up group, pop down. If you are wanting to start on YouTube, it's a beautiful way to get watch time, to get engagement, etc. So this is the vision board challenge, which just popped up here, the homework, where you have the replays, tools, and resources. This vision board challenge will always be free. That's my daughter messaging me. She said, "Thank you for today." So I'll share more about my daughter. She's very inspiring to me. An introduction, we've got what is the 7 Freedoms Visioning. And my daughter actually interviewed me on my first ever interview when she was 11. She's 20 and a half now. And she said to me, when I got through one of the questions, she said, "Mum," she got quite teary, and I said, "What's the matter, babe?" And she said, "Mum, even when nobody was around you and nobody supported you, you stood in your vision alone." She was 11, right? And so this vision will hold space for you when you have rocky times. So what is the 7 Freedoms Visioning? The benefits of the 7 Freedoms Visioning. And by 7 Freedoms, I just mean those 7 areas of our life. Create your own 7 Freedoms Vision Board. Back to the Future. These are a couple of exercises in step 1. The Future You, a sample, Lightwork, and Lifestyle Day. And I'm doing all of this because it's going to give you ideas to put on your vision board. You know, when you're like, I don't know what I want to manifest. This is a huge decision to make about your business and your life, how you want to contribute. And we want to take it seriously. I take it seriously. And so when I did this exercise myself, because I walk my own talk, and I've upgraded this again and again, I decided to create a year that I absolutely loved, which was my ideal personal day and professional day. And then I duplicated it because I was like, well, that sounds like a bunch of fun. And so I duplicated it, and I've actually scheduled my business out for 7 years with the YouTube channel, YouTube challenges, with my YouTube summit on spiritual awakening, with my co-author book series, with even my masterclass showing up once a month on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. I literally created the ideal day, week, month, and year, and duplicated that. It's just so beautiful. So, you know, I will share as I go on. Ask any questions, I will answer them. If you want to come on that 2-hour monthly coaching call that I'm going to gift you, if you do upgrade to the homework, which is $77, and you'll get a $77, no, sorry, it's $7.77, and you'll get a 2-hour monthly coaching call worth $77. I'd love for you to go through this guide and all the things and just coach you. The love fest, all the things that I ever wanted. Step 2 is set your 7 freedoms soul guided plan. And if you've heard that, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail, which is hard. Take soul path aligned action. And I want to support you on your soul path. And you'll get clear by the end of this week. Your soul path will be abundantly clear. And if it's not abundantly clear, it will be as we go through the coaching call. And every single day, I'm going to be sharing with you and supporting you and guiding you and holding space for you. And the universe will provide. We know this. Ask, believe, and then soul download those ideas. And if you have never set an actual goal before, there's a SMART goal example at the end, but it's kind of outdated, but you kind of, it'll give you like a framework. All right. So that's that. Everything's in there, all the things, all the stuff. So let me share the meanings, and then we'll dive into day 1. I'm going to check in with you guys at the end. Let me make this bigger. At the end, this is what we're going to actually experience. And when you said does it have to be digital? For this part, if you want to create a video montage, I've got a 30-second video montage of all of my vision boards, each of the 7, and I can play it. It's 30 seconds, play each day. So it is a reminder. I start my day with my vision in mind, so it leads my day. How we launch our day, how we lead our day, and how we leave our day is our soul legacy. This isn't like, oh, well, we're doing something else, and then something else will be our legacy. What we're doing now is our legacy. What we're doing in our contribution is our legacy, what's being passed down to us. And now I've got a granddaughter, right? And so when I'm nearly 50, when I was 40, my mum's mum turned 100. And I was like, wow, like, what if I live to 100? And that's my intention. And now I'm 40, like, I'm like, as they said, midlife. But when I came back from the Caribbean and my grandmother was dancing she was dancing and she was going down, she was drinking rum. And I was like, what if I have another 6 years in me yet? What do I want to do with it? What have I done? What do I want to do? And then a month after my granddaughter was born, and I was like, oh my God, I'm a grandmother. So that's legacy. And then 10 days after my dad passed, and I was like, what would I do if my time was up on this earthly planet? And I was there. So we really want to be setting that intention, focusing on our vision, and really making the most out of every single day of life. So I'm going to play that in a second. I'm going to check in with you and just really see if this is making sense for you and giving you value. All right. So let me know and leave any comments. Thank you for joining me. I can see you guys now, and I can see that there is more of you on. Please do share this out. Please do invite people into the Facebook community. And the person that invites the most people in, I will, at the end of this challenge, I'm going to gift a one-on-one VIP day to go through all of this stuff even more, because I just love doing that. It's a good chunk of change or value, but I really want to gift you that. So let me know if this, give me a thumbs up, let me know, give me an amen if this is making sense, and like Katina, if this is in divine time for you. And I should be able to see all your comments from all of the places that I'm streaming. All right. And if you are on the YouTube channel, then it will bring up. And if you have a YouTube channel, let me know. You've done a vision board challenge, let me know. So by the end of this challenge, can I get an amen? Thank you. So by the end of this challenge, you will walk away with something that is very tangible, a tool. You've got the guide, but you'll also have me to coach you every single day. Every single day, I will be going live on my Facebook for now, and then I'll have the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast where we will check in. It's going to be a community. That's my movement. So there's no excuses. You're like, oh, I don't really want to do this. Yeah, but we know vision boards work, and we know raising our vibration to the idea for me is to support you in raising your vibration to what I call the cheers to financial freedom frequency that we wish to witness in the world, because it starts with us, right? My daughter just messages me anymore, and she knows I'm going to be live, right? So this is the vision board challenge. You can do it any way that you choose. Hang on, and it's got music. It's not fancy, but it's quite cool. That's me being hench. I've changed it now. I've updated it now. So the emotional freedom. So imagine your own vision and you're programming your subconscious mind and you're saying, this is the life that I want to create. I'm going to live an intentional life. I'm going to launch my day, lead my day, and leave my day. And that's going to be the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. It's already all scheduled out on the YouTube channel. And again, if you've been thinking about that vision of being on YouTube, I will share with you how you can do that. And now you can do it with ease, grace, and flow. Let's dive into the next kind of section of the background of vision boards. We know that they work, just in case you need convincing. I'm not really here to convince you, but a vision board is basically a visual tool used to help clarify, concentrate, and maintain focus on what truly matters to you. So we're going to find out what truly matters to you. And I'm going to ask you in the homework to not only create a vision board, and we're going to go to Canva at the end of here, but actually come on and go live in the group, upload a video, whatever you want to do. If you're a bit shy, do a post, but I'd love to, go live and share what you've got, the takeaways, share about your vision board, what you're going to put on it, all those things, and what focus and clarity you're going to have, right? And so that's going to be the homework. So, please stick with me and follow through all the way to the end. And again, if you post your homework and you invite people in, I'm going to reward you. So literally a vision board is any sort of board, so any sort, doesn't have to be digital, on which you display images that represent whatever you want to be, do, or have in life, right? In life or in business. And so what's the point of making a vision board? Simply put, I'm not going to read all of this. We humans tend to be very busy species. We say we're doing busy work, being broke, and being burnt out. It's not the one. Right? And we constantly bombarded with distractions. Shall I do this? Shall I do that? And I've got to download. No, we're gonna this or something better, right? So creating and using vision boards for several purposes, serve several purposes, some of which include helping you to identify your vision and giving you clarity. And people call me the clarity queen. Like, this is how I start with coaching. This is how I start with a one-on-one session. Like, what is it do you actually want? So I can help you actually manifest it. Keep your attention on your intentions. For intentional living, we're going to set intentions, soul's intentions, and express that and watch the universe provide. I'm not saying it's all butterflies, rainbows, unicorns. I'm going to let you know there's going to be challenges along the way, but usually those challenges and obstacles are just you up leveling. It's a shedding of your old vibration. It's a shedding of your own life and old life. And sometimes that can be painful. And we're like, this is not working. It is working. You're just raising your frequency. And you cannot, it's like shaking out your life. You cannot vibrate on this frequency and manifest that vision. You cannot hold on to what it is that is in your life now and ask for more. It just doesn't work like that. So sometimes when we're not like really letting go and willingly letting go, the universe will smack you upside the head until you let go. And that's what's happened to me again. And I'm going to share it with you publicly, right? It showed up as burnout. And so, yeah, vision boards, I'm going to share more. All of the tools and resources in these links, again, will be in the online training portal. All right. So I'll show you on the inside of this. It's a mini version of my monthly 7 Freedoms frequency call-in gym. And I recently created this because our lead soul guided instructor, Robin Knott, created one for her chakra challenge. And I'm her coach as well as a joint vision partner and a soul sister. And I was like, oh, we're going there. So I wanted to create this space for you. It's a really great space. All right. So let me close down these so it doesn't like block up my Mac. All right, so we're going to go into Canva. I promise we're going to go into Canva. But if you've ever created a vision board or you've ever watched a vision board tutorial, it's not about sticking pictures on a quote book. It just really isn't. It's more than, it's about being in vibrational alignment. It's about making decisions about your life and really stepping into that vision. So spirituality and spiritual business success without doing busy work, without being broke, or without experiencing burnout is my jam. And your girl was burnt out. So I'm like, oh, I better get my tools back out. So what is a vision board? We've gone through one article. Here's how to make a vision board for manifestation, right? Turn your goals into whatever that says. So some of the world's most influential leaders, Deepak Chopra, Gabby Bernstein, Oprah for starters, all agree it's wholly possible to turn your dreams into reality. Do you believe? See, I believe that I can turn my dreams into reality. Just let me know where you are at. And if you're going to give this process lip service and not really going to do it, it's not going to work. So just let me know if you do believe in the power of vision boards and if you've created a vision board before and you're actually ready to ask, believe, and receive. Let me know that and I'll check in with the comments in a second. So it's called manifestation, which we know. Well, that and hard work. So it isn't about this quick fix, like, put some pictures on the vision board and everything will fall out of the sky into your world. Okay, then. Like if that happens, let me know. Right. And so that and hard work, meaning when you are fulfilling your calling and your purpose, it doesn't feel like hard work. It feels like effortless, but it is effort. Do you know what I mean? It does take that. I never feel like I'm working. This is me working. So it's not magic though, and it's not something that happens overnight. For success with manifestation, you have to set your intention, again, intentional living, believe that it will become reality. And that's the thing. I'm going to break this down into bite-sized chunks for you so you can believe it and you will believe it and you will manifest it. You might have to kind of tweak how you think and how you feel and release some stuff. And I have a team now, and Robin Knott is our lead soul guided instructor. She will help you with any resistance and clearing all of the energy, the money blocks. She has a money blocks clearing challenge. Don't worry about it. We have team coming on for other things as well, and I'll share that throughout the week to support you. You have to set the intention for it to become a reality, then take active steps towards making that abstract idea come to fruition. You've done this already, all of the thoughts and all of the things. And if you look around, everything that we see in front of us was somebody's thought. I have a big fat Mac now. I'm like, yes. My Mac died on me a couple of years ago and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I got a Mac laptop, and I had this Mac on my vision board. I had one before, and it lasted for like 7 years. And I was like, I want a bigger one. And it's big, it's massive. I love it. But it was an idea, right? So let me shut that down. Again, all these links, tools and resources are going to be in there. I'm going to share other people's vision boards so you've got an idea. And then we're going to talk about contribution. Yvonne says, makes sense. Awesome. Makes sense to you. I'm so happy because, you know, when you have something in your head, I've done this training and I'm trying to talk really fast so I can get through it. But I want it to make sense at the same time. Yvonne says, I believe. I just want to hold space for that because it's huge. I believe. I want to hold space for that. I believe too. And I didn't have anyone to really believe in me when I first got started out. And I was like, have you ever read the book, The Magic of Believing by Claudia Bristol? I realized that I didn't have people around me that believed in me. I was like, oh, and you have to believe. You have to believe in yourself as well. So if you believe in the process, we're halfway there, right? I love it. Okay, cool. Love it. All right, so I'll check back in a second. So if you've ever seen a vision board, these are some examples. This vision board kit, I don't even know. This, I love this. Change your words, change your mindset. I say change your vibration, change your life, right? I'm sure you've heard similar similar sayings. Dr. Wayne Dyer actually had that saying, right? Let me just have it's black coffee actually in mine. Let me just share with you. We're going to have merch. Let me just share this with you before I go into this. Was on my, it looks like a bit narcissistic, doesn't it? But the vision board challenge, we're going to do merch. And that's why we have the red to represent each area. Oh gosh, I'm really hot, look. But it's huge. It's huge. Believing in myself consistently. Oh, sorry. Believing in myself consistently is the problem. And so, Yvonne, that's why I'm here. Sweaty, showing up, all shiny. And that's why I'm here. And I will show up raw and real. And so I wear my red t-shirt because that's and I'll share with you each color that represents the 7 freedoms. Because I want to be the vibrational match to support you in being that beacon of light. And I did not have that. And I did not have anybody consistently pouring into me. And you know that I was, I was homeless, I was bankrupt, I was all over the place. And that was the shedding of my own vibration. And I didn't know. And so when the gurus said, you know, come to this webinar, and then buy my stuff, and I was always outpriced. And so I didn't have that support. And I made a vow. Then when I figured this out, I would share it not only far, wide, and deep, but I would never let anybody be outpriced on my services. So I want to be consistently there for you, not only on this 7-day challenge now, but every single year for the next 7 years annually. Let's go. We're going. And every single day on the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast for you to check in. So as long as you press play, as long as you put your notifications on, I've got you. And that is the problem. And unless you do anything consistently, it's just not going to work. We know this. It's not even like, well, I've got the magic book. Yeah, I didn't make a vision board. I learned about vision boards from The Secret. But I know the consistency and I know what dropping off feels like. And I'm not perfect. I still drop off, but I own it and we get back on. So I've got a system and a framework for you to support you in believing in yourself consistently, because I believe in you. And I will believe in you every single day consistently. I will not care more than what you do, because I've done that and I've leaned in more than what people lean into their own vision. As long as you're willing, I'm here for you. I've got you. I've got you. So absolutely. And thank you for sharing that with us. Katina says, I start strong and get distracted as I go, even though I see and experience manifestation. So exactly what I've said, exactly what we start strong. We've got a week together. Let's go. And then what? It's like when we go to seminars, right? And it's like, well, I'm going home and I'm around the same people, and it's not having that community. And we have a monthly call for the community. It's a free call where I hold space. If you want to start your YouTube channel, it's called SBYN, the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network. And it's for YouTube podcasters, partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement. And I want to have that, because when you've got that place every single month to show up as the best version of you, you do it. You're like, I don't want to be the weakest link in the room. Your subconscious will start to protect you from not following through. And only when you don't follow through and when you start strong and then you drop off, it's the fear. And I had a fear of failure, fear of selling, fear of success, right? And we have that fear of judgment, fear of standing out, fear of being visible. And this vision board challenge and the journaling, right? We can walk through what is up here in your mind, all the scripts that are playing, all the conversations that you're having. We can out it and we can heal it and change it. And so when you change those words, those thoughts, and those beliefs, and Robin Knott, our lead soul guiding instructor, will support you in doing that. And she'll tell you about resistance, right? Because I've been teaching this and I'm talking to Robin and she's like, and I'm going, yeah, all the people that have that resistance, it's natural. Don't beat yourself up. You're going to help clear. And so she has the 7-day to unblock chakras. If you've got layers, and it's not your fault, if you've got layers, if you've got stuff that's come in with you from the ancestors, karma, all those things, sometimes there's just an invisible barrier that we can't seem to shift on our own. And so we've got you. This is the self-love movement that Robin's got. I've got the Soul Legacy movement, and that self-love, you love yourself enough to follow through. And I don't want to go off on like a tangent, but I want to say that, you know, no matter where you are, I've been there. I know I've been there and some, right? Not no matter where you've been, but do you know what I mean? Those feelings that you're feeling or dropping off. So at every point, I'm like, I've got you. Every point, I've got you. All right, let me share this screen again. All right, the bigger screen. All right, cool. So the vision board, if you've made one or not, a digital vision board template. So people put words on, you do whatever you like. I love to see them. Please post them in the group throughout the week. Please do a video. Let me know how you found it, what your ahas. Please be taking notes, all the things. So some people don't, that's a cutting up of debt, but just don't even put debt in there. Just put financial freedom. Because that's what's telling your subconscious mind. And sometimes when we think that we're doing the thing that is going to, the law of attraction, and I am a law of vibration teacher, so I teach you to emit the vibration, not attract to you, emit the vibration. And if you are emitting the vibration of your health, your contribution, your emotions are on point. That's why we do the emotional freedom. Your environment, your relationships, your spirituality, and your healing, your relationship with money, there's no way that none of your vision will come to you. It might not always come to you at the time frame that you want, but if you're working on your vibration, it will come. We know this. So confidence, live, love, laugh, organization, believe, we are family. What else? More goals, work, own, family, trips. So people have got these vision boards and they're jumbled. And what I want to do is break down and separate. And when we focus on one area of your life, trust me, the other areas are going to raise. So say if you're focusing on money, Financial Freedom Sunday, and you've got money blocks. Now, if you were constantly to focus on money, I want the money, on the money, then that lowers the vibration for the other areas. But when you're focusing on the whole picture and there's meaning and there's a soul why behind it and a movement behind it, and we tithe our money as well, and we become the version of us, we become an even better version of us with that money and having that lifestyle and leaving that legacy and that financial legacy for our loved ones. It's a different vibration altogether, and it has your life work in harmony rather than conflicting with your values. So I'll talk about that more as we go on. So yes, you can. If you dream it, you can do it. Pandora, blah, blah, blah. All these vision boards. So, you know, look them up. And again, I will leave all the links that I share in the online training portal. Sleep, like health, you'll see lots of different resources. I love this. Lazy days. I do that. I had kind of a lazy day today. I just did. I dropped my little lady off and I was like, what am I going to do? Like, I needed to prepare, but then I was like, oh, I'm not going to over prepare. And then that was it. So that's what a vision board is. So the 7 freedoms. So on Canva, I'm going to walk you through the Canva piece in a second. And then you can go to it, but I've still got some more meanings and different things. So the vision board collage, this is in the 7 freedoms frequency, but it's also in the vision board, challenge. So I took a chunk of stuff from my students training and put it into the homework for this challenge. So again, if you're someone that you're like, I need a step-by-step, Iona, like you're talking too fast, we go to Canva, which I'm going to do in a second. And it supports you in creating a video collage, a photo collage, and then a video montage as well. You can start with a blank canvas. You can put like whatever your life is, a blank canvas. From this point, whatever's happened before, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You get to choose. I love that. And so you upload your photos from wherever it is, desktop or your mobile, and then you start to build this out, right? And so I did this a while ago when I first did this. And you can do colors, you can do words, you can do save it, please save it. Then you can duplicate it for the other areas, right, which I've done, and I'll show you in a second. What is this? All your designs, again, so you can duplicate it. That says make a copy, basically, and you can share it out into the community. Okay, so I've had students do this and start from wherever they want to be. So that is that one. So this is Canva. If you're familiar with Canva, you might have created a vision board on there or not. So I've got my vision board, and I'll share that in a second. So if you go on to canva.com, canva.com, sign in. It's free. They do have like upgraded versions. What will you design today? You can design so many things on here, like a lot of stuff. So we're going to do mood boards, right? Mood boards, collage. And so this is an array of things that you can choose. Absolutely click on. Some of them are pro, meaning some of them are paid and some of them are free. I think you can filter out what is paid and what is thing. You can filter it out with modern, style, business, blah, 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 color, free and pro down the side here. Just click on one, because it doesn't matter if it's pro, it lets you use it, but it'll have like the Canva logo in it. Who cares? Nobody's bothered. It's okay. So we can start with a blank mood board. This is what you're going to use every single week. Today's a heavier training. And then what we're going to do is just duplicate this for the whole entire week. So we can start with a blank one. But even if we do, we can click on the vision board. No, I don't want to upgrade. You should be able to. And then you can adjust your pictures. You can upgrade. You can do this on your phone. And so if you want to do this and then print it off, absolutely can do that. You can download it. Download, print your design, do all the things, right? And then reuse it and put it on an actual corkboard, but at least you'll have that organization. And so when you upload, they've got different elements that you can use, different images, Canva images, text that you can use, brand hub if you're upgraded, your brand colors. I upgrade when I need to. My photos here, and I'll share with you how I did my vision board. So I did photos from my mobile. I downloaded some photos from like Facebook or in my phone. I hadn't been on Facebook that much. Google Photos, whatever you want. Upload them. You can draw all the things, photos, videos even, and we'll create a video montage at the end. So you can do that. So if I click on, say, an image, which is our beautiful Robin Knott, who's our lead soul guide instructor, that's all you do. You click on the image, and then you kind of move it, and it'll go into and it'll create a nice, and you can move these things around and change them, change the words, the style, the fonts, the colors. So it's as easy as that. I will share my vision board because I know that I've been talking quite a lot, and I want you to actually see how you can do a vision board. And so let me share this one first. This is the one that you see on this training, and today I was updating it, and I'm going to be updating it with you throughout the week. And so those were the things that I was doing when I first did this, being out in nature, etc. And my vision is up leveled. Some of the things that I've manifested, some of the things that I want to manifest. One of the things that I was working on was launching my own my book on pre-order, and I gave myself a year to write it. It hit #1 bestseller status on Amazon in 7 categories in 7 days before I even wrote the book. And I had set the vision to become a best-selling author, but I didn't know it would come in that way without me even having to write the book. It was just amazing. Launching my YouTube channel. I've got all these Soul Guide instructor partnerships. We're bringing more team in. The co-author book series on there. I've been a co-author of 3 books. So since I'd done my vision board, I actually was a co-author for The Secret Child, Life After Loss. Dedicate that to my son. Freedom, that kind of thing. So it doesn't have to be like crazy. This 1-page plan is something that I share with you guys to have that freedom and that life-work balance. But I will share mine, and I will put it in. I'll share health, freedom, etc. So I won't go into that because I would be there for like ages. One of the things that I'm going to check in with you guys, one of the things that I had, and I came across this article, and again, I'll leave the links for you, was the Lightworker syndrome. If you've heard of the Lightworker syndrome, let me know. And if you haven't, I'm going to read a little bit because this is really, really profound. And it came into my world And it supports my work in supporting you to know that this is not, if your vision is not manifesting, there's blocks and there's ideas and beliefs that are in the way. So I'm going to share that in a second. Is there anything else? Okay. Katina says, love yourself enough to follow through. Yes. That is powerful. It's not about others, it's about ourselves and our internal work. So this challenge is for you. And not everybody will get to the end. Not everybody will stick with me. It's not just a vision board. There's more than that. It's deeper. And like you said, I start strong and then I drop off. We all do, because we haven't got the system to support us. And I've been like, this is years and years in the making, as you may have guessed. And I'm still in the making and I'm still working on it and I'm still manifesting. And this was for me. Honestly, this was for me. This is what I do. It's my process. Like, you guys will have your own. And everybody loved it. And they were like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm just putting the pieces together. So yeah, love yourself enough to follow through 100%. And when you guys post your homeworks, do comment on each other's homeworks. Do connect. You're here for a reason. Buddy up and make sure you get to the end, right? If you want a buddy, comment on the video, okay? Just have a drink. So Lightworker syndrome, this article. So if you write articles, do videos, they last a lifetime, right? And so this is an article by a guy called Steve Pavlina. And I think I came across this in 2008, right? 2008-9. One obstacle that traps a lot of highly conscious people, and I know that you're highly conscious because you're here, is what Erin and I call Lightworker syndrome. This is what happens when someone wakes up to a higher level of consciousness, which I know you have, but they can't figure out how to live on purpose and be themselves at the same time. I share on the masterclass my spiritual awakening story. I went through a messy divorce. I lost my home. I was homeless. I was sharing a room with my daughter. I was bankrupt. I was just doing the most, right? It's like doing the absolute most. And so I laugh now because I've come out of it, right? And it was 10 years ago, almost 11 years ago. Well, it's 11 years ago. And there's been periods in my life not like that, but that was like, it was just rude and it was dark, and it was the real time when it was my first awakening that I was really conscious of. And I was like, what the heck is happening? What is happening? And that was the time when I went vegetarian. I stopped eating meat. Couldn't afford it. I fed my kids, and my body felt better. That was just my way of like manifesting that. But I'm just saying. All right. So such people have a lot of trouble. Again, I'm not going to read all this, just the intro to it. Some people have a lot of trouble staying connected to high levels of consciousness while also remaining solidly grounded in the physical world. Is that you? Right? Many of them get so frustrated with the experience they become depressed. That's why we do Emotional Freedom Wednesday, and they have feelings of wanting to give up and just go home, return to the non-physical. And when I was experiencing burnout, like having 3 children, fostering, and I laugh because I'm like, what the heck, universe? I wanted to foster and I wanted to do it in my 40s. And the universe said, oh, you've just turned 49. So you've got a year. Here you go. these 3 children, family. And I'm like, oh, wow. And so I experienced burnout and I had suicidal thoughts. Like, I'm happy, cheery now. Because I've been doing the work again, and I've been doing our lead soul guided instructors self-care challenge and her chakra work, and that's why I've got the red t-shirt on, because it represents the root chakra as well as contribution freedom. It was awful, but I soon became aware of what it was, and we do as we go through these awakenings multiple times, like, oh, that's what it is. It was awful. Spiritual connectedness, physical groundedness. Some light workers are troubled and often feel that they compromise. Either they stay connected up top and totally ungrounded, or they lose their higher connection to become more grounded. But it's a really tough compromise because so many oscillate back and forth and never are quite sure which way to go. So this is a really beautiful article. Feeling your power, fearing your power, connectedness versus groundedness and synergy. What will happen if we succeed? So I teach spiritual business success, and some of us have a fear of success. I did. With the power comes great responsibility, overcoming the fear of responsibility. If you have a movement, you have a responsibility, but you have a duty to follow through on your calling. You do, because it's a miserable life when you don't. So responsibility is a privilege, or it's just a really beautiful article, embracing your inner light. And then this quote, and I'm sure you've heard this, by Marianne Williamson. If you haven't, it's beautiful. Our deepest fear, let me know if you've heard this quote. Our deepest fear, or if you've heard of Lightworker syndrome, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, and talented? Actually, who are you not to be? And so it isn't just that vision board. I can say, put a vision board for contribution and everything's going to be fine. But when you have that fear of your own light, there's a mismatch in vibration. All right, there's a mismatch in vibration. So that was the Marriott. So the video montage, collage, done that. Let me see, lock screen, done that. How to make a vision board online. I think this is my Penzu. So I'm going to share my Penzu. This is the way that I've been journaling for years, of about a decade. And I love to use the digital. I love to use the digital space. And so I haven't been journaling the way that I usually do, but I upgrade to Pro because I just like getting the reminders and having the flexibility. And so this is me for the health freedom with the beach body. Your girl took the pictures, you'll see on the Canva. I bought them. I bought the bikinis, and your girl was like, ooh. And it's 7 days and I lost 7 pounds. Didn't actually sustain all of that. And I'll talk about my health journey and the fitness and all those things. But you girl, I do walk my talk. So I got my bikinis, and it isn't about beach body. I want to live a really long, healthy life until I'm 100. But I like capturing. We go through a process of spending our vibrational money voucher and just being in alignment. That was when I had all my t-shirts, and I'm going to have merch. So we journal. All right, cool. Almost finished. So the wheel of life, I have the Soul Legacy wheel. And so the wheel of life is going to help you every single day by seeing. So if you guys are familiar with the wheel of life, let me know. Let me do images. I'm going to check in with you. Have you heard of the wheel of life? Are you a coach? Have you coached people through the wheel of life? And are you out of balance? Any more? If you've got any comments, have you heard of the wheel of life? Let me know. All right. So, and it's an hour. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm going to try and keep this like tight and concise and give you the homework and let you go about your day. But for the wheel of life, this is what helps some people to segment their life, living in more intentional life. And this is something that I started with, and it wasn't enough for me. And I'm going to share the alternative to the wheel of life. And so people break up the areas of their life into health, career, love, spirituality, family, money, friends, and they rate that area of their life. So you may have done that. This person has rated their career, health, blah, blah, blah. And once you've rated it, if it doesn't represent a whole wheel, which often it doesn't, if you were to run that wheel along the road or along your soul path, it would be bumpy, right? So your life feels out of balance. And that's kind of what this whole wheel represents. So usually the wheel of life goes from, you rate from a 0 to 10 in, say, work, family, friends, romance, sex, creativity, learning, finances, whatever you want to put, they go into the 7 freedoms, right? So contribution, health, emotion, environment, relationships, spirituality, and finances. So partner, mother, manager, colleague, team member, sports player, team leader, whatever is really important to you, rate that. And so I'll show you how we rate our wheel. And so for me, it wasn't enough, because what this does, and it's a powerful wheel, don't get me wrong, but what this does for me, one, I noticed that if I wasn't contributing, it was affecting my finances. But it wasn't enough for me to lean into my work. And it wasn't enough for me to raise my vibration, because the idea is to rate how fulfilled you feel with the physical world as is, that you see through the lens of your eyes, and say, well, I don't feel fulfilled in that. And guess what? You're going to get more of the same. And so when you rate it and you say, I don't feel good about that, like I don't feel fulfilled, you perpetuate more of the same. I'm rating between a 0 and a 10. I'm like, no, dude, you don't get a 0. You're breathing. So I have an alternative, which is my wheel, and I'll share my wheel in just a second. Hang on, let me just make my mind map smaller. My wheel is, and I'll go back up to the meanings. My wheel is the Soul Legacy wheel, I call it. So I had my Fiverr guy design this. And so I'll explain the difference between the wheels. So this is, I teach the law of vibration. And so again, we have contribution freedom, health freedom, ringing in my ears. Thank you. Emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, and financial freedom. And in the middle of my wheel is the world, the physical, the visible, that we're here on this earthly plane. And oftentimes when we think, oh, well, I'm in the world and I'm looking around and I'm looking through the lens of my eyes, my human self, and I don't feel fulfilled. But what we know, because we're awake and we're highly conscious, is this physical world we experience through the lens of our soul. We're souls having a human experience, and we can create and manifest what it is that we want to manifest, depending on our vibrational frequency. So therefore, it makes no sense looking at the physical world saying, oh, well, I'm not fulfilled in that, and complaining about it. So even when your physical world does not change, we raise our vibration and we look down on our physical world and we look through the lens of our soul, I call it. And so every single day, we are going to be rating your vibrational frequency. So I want you to rate how fulfilled you feel in terms of your contribution as a result of going through today. And by contribution freedom, I mean contributing in your life, light work and lifestyle, contributing in the world, in your business. Like I was contributing to my family. How not fulfilled? How in alignment do you feel with the vision of what it is that you wanted to contribute? How in alignment? And we rate between a 1 and an 11. And so you'll notice on the wheel, we have this spiral that goes, and the North Star is at the top of this wheel. So we're raising our vibrational frequency, and the North Star has an 11 in it. That's the gateway. If you'll notice, my wheel has a black line around the outer rim. That represents the dark night of the soul. And actually elevating our consciousness and breaking through that barrier and being aware that we're souls having a human experience and being led by our North Star. I'm going to talk about that in a second. And that gateway and our soul guidance. Our soul guidance and experiencing the world through our soul guidance is a very different experience to experiencing it through our human lens. I'm not saying avoid the human, but what I'm saying is we trust that the universe is going to support us, is going to provide, but we have to meet it in the middle. I'm not saying just be passive about this, but what I'm saying is that when we set our vision, which we're going to do, when you know that you're progressing towards, I'm not all the way to anywhere near where I want to be. However, I've created this vision board challenge and I'm contributing. Do I feel good about it? Absolutely. It's an 11 today. When I was, feeling burnt out and I was contributing in my light work just to the kids, I say just, it was amazing. Don't get me wrong, but it's not this light work. So did I feel as fulfilled? No, I wasn't online. I came offline to do what I needed to do in that space, right? That wasn't in alignment with the big vision and soul mission that I know that I have inside of me. I wasn't doing anything. I just didn't feel that sense of fulfillment that I do now, being able to support you. Do you know what I mean? But we were living intentionally, and I had an experience of that family life again. Like my daughter is 20 and I had 3 children under the age of 5, twins and a 2-year-old. So I got to see that family and we were living intentionally, and I was teaching them money, the pocket money, the spiritual, all the things, and expressing gratitude. So I got a chance to do that. And it's not that I wasn't making a contribution, but what would you rate your life? And when you're at an 11, right, you feel amazing and you feel in flow. So we want to rate whether we're going to be in soul funk or in soul flow. So every single day, I'm going to share on the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, we're tuning into that frequency. And the idea is to tune into that 11 and look at the world through the lens of your soul and be okay with where you are. Hopefully that makes sense. You can rate your contribution freedom now. We can then do the vision of where you are now is, and if there's certain things, then that will give you the visual cues to say, oh, well, this is what I'm manifesting now, or this is my life. Okay, I want to have and experience something different. And if you're doing amazing in certain areas, then keep those things, integrate those on your vision board. Let me just check in with you guys. Katrina says, haven't heard of it. You haven't heard of the Lightworker syndrome. Again, all the links and stuff will be in the online training portal. I really want to support you guys in, we've got months of this. We can come off the socials, right, for a week or two and really pour into ourselves and really be in alignment so that when we come out of the gate again, we feel like a really high vibe and life changes. It's life changing. It really, truly is. So thank you for sharing that with me. All right, so hopefully this is making sense still. So the wheel of life, I say the soul legacy wheel, because we're launching, leading, and leaving our soul legacy, and hopefully doing it with ease, grace, and flow. So how you launch your day, you know how people talk about a morning routine? Let me just check in with you. Hang on. So you know how people talk about a morning routine? Do you have a morning routine? This book, if you've ever heard of it, The Miracle Morning, 6 Habits That Will Transform Your Life by A.M. Amazing book. It feels like Christmas when you're doing this morning routine. He has a readership community of over 300,000 people. And I was like, I'm inspired by this book. I want to have a challenge for my book. And I have got a 5-day challenge for my book. And in it, the acronym is the Cheers to Financial Freedom Frequency. In his book, Hal Elrod, he's amazing. He has an acronym called SAVERS. And so he talks about a morning routine. That's silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, journaling. And it gives you 30 days. Many of his community have done it for years. And it was amazing, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't enough for me. Like the wheel of life wasn't enough for me. I wanted to have something where I launched my day, my morning routine, but how I led my day, because you can do whatever you like in the morning and then like absolutely mess up the next 12 hours of the day, and how I lead my day. And some people do this at night, but I wanted to have a point where my spiritual rituals and routines were launching my day and segment intended. I'm going to share more about that. Leading your day and leaving your day. And every single day we focus and we reflect, and you can journal. And it feels a little bit like uncomfortable at first, but once you get in the flow with it, like anything, it's like breathing. That's intentional living in alignment with your vision, your values, and your vibration. That's why it's not just a vision board. It's a vision board for your business, but it's a vision board for you to actually live into your mission and take care of you. Like my vision is to take care of me, and I want you to be able to take care of you. So hopefully that makes sense. If you've heard of The Miracle Morning and Hal Elrod, it's a book that I recommend. I really do recommend it. And he's got different versions, which I love. The Miracle Morning Millionaires, right? What do millionaires do? And then I have other books. I love books, which I'll share. The 5 Love Languages, if you've ever heard of that. And the 5 Love Languages. But if you've got a book inside of you, it can be so simple. Really can. All right, let me just, an hour and 12 minutes. I'm tracking. I'm going to wrap up in at the most half an hour. All right. So I'm quite proud of myself. Let me share my screen. Because there's a lot here. There's a lot. And I get that. And you'll come back. So the vibrational money, whoa. Let me see what you can see. Okay, cool. The vibrational money voucher is what the Soul Legacy Journal gives you. My journal, right? Ringing again in my ears. And so every single day we play this, what I call the Soul Income Game for the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge. And I'll share more as we track together. And the Soul Income Game, Bank 50K in 50 Days, gives you the vibrational money to spend on your vision board. And on Financial Freedom Sunday, I'll talk about this more. But there's rules to this game of tithing 10% each day, becoming the version of you who is really making a difference in the world. Is a vibrational money voucher, so I don't actually give you real money, but it helps you to try on the experiences that you would say if you want to travel and you don't have the funds to travel, well, you can spend your vibrational money on a ticket to wherever and take your family and just really bask in that energy. Again, we're not looking at the world and experiencing the world and saying there's a lack of. It's moving from what I call that poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness. It's needed. In order for your vision board to manifest, there's a prosperity consciousness. So you see that the barriers that I came across, I'm like, what's the solution? And I put all these pieces together over the years, and I'm like, okay, I can share them now because this is the process. So I've gone through the Soul Legacy wheel and rating it. And I've gone through, so I went through spiritual awakening and spiritual ascension. On the back of this journal, it says your soul legacy is every life you impact, influence, or impress upon, every soul client, soul family, and soul tribe you touch, because soul expansion begins with you. And I host the #1 spiritual awakening on a YouTube site. I'm so excited to share how I actually overcome my dark night of the soul with intentional living. So this is intentional living, and again, I'll probably have about half an hour left, and I'll really try and keep it as concise. But I want you to see how you can use a vision board to set intentions, live intentionally, go through your spiritual awakening, set your goals, set your daily routines, all the things. Like, it's so powerful. So there's 5,000 people a month searching for intentional living, right? These are the people that are ahead of the curve. So what does it mean to live intentionally, right? You probably know, but just as a reminder, just in case, intentional living is any lifestyle based on an individual or group's conscious attempts to live according to their values and beliefs. It's huge. These can include lifestyles based on religious, political, or ethical values, as well as for self-improvement. Right? That's where we're going with it. So what does it mean to be intentional? Intentional choices are deliberate and purposeful decisions. Living intentionally means thinking ahead and making choices based on your personal values, beliefs, and goals. So that's why it's not just a vision board, because actually you want to put images to program your subconscious mind that are in alignment with your values, your beliefs, and goals. Sometimes we're not really clear on what they are. But when we do get clear, it's so when you do the soul legacy wheel, and you rate each area, you kind of like, oh, that's where I don't feel as fulfilled. Value cards. So values. So that's what it says about intentional living. So I wanted to be in alignment with my values. Is this still making sense to you? I know I've been on for a while. Let me know. Lost sound. Oh, are we good? Is it completely lost sound? Let me know. Are we back? Let me know. How long ago was that? Ooh, 2 minutes ago. Are we back? Let me know if you can hear me. Hang on. Mute mic. We should have sound. Let me know, Katina, if we have sound, because it doesn't make sense to me. Are we back? It was on your end. Okay. All right. We're good. Thank you for letting me know. Gosh, did anybody else live? Oh, girl. So you're on YouTube now. All right. So you have a YouTube channel. Yes. We'll be checking out what you're doing on YouTube. So I'm excited about that. All right. So we're back. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. So values. All right. Let's wrap up the tail end of this training. I'm really excited to see what you do with this information, because it's in the implementation. And again, I am someone who gives, I say, the biggest implementation support out there. So what are values? Do you value values? I'm sure you do if you're here. So values are basic and fundamental beliefs that guide or motivate attitudes or actions. Our attitude towards something is huge. Our actions are like a game changer. If you're not taking actions towards, so like, if I'm not taking action toward my health, I had a vision to run a half marathon. If I didn't train, which I did, your girl did it. If I did, and I put that on my other health vision board. If I didn't do anything and didn't run, didn't buy my trainers, didn't buy my outfit, didn't do like book the marathon even, I was never going to run it. And I raised £555 pounds for cancer research. I'm excited about that. So your attitude and your actions. So they help us to determine what is important to us. Values, and that's my contribution as well. Values describe the personal qualities we choose to embody to guide our actions, the sort of person we want to be, the manner in which we treat others and ourselves, and our interaction with the world around us. They provide the general guidelines for conduct, right? And that's like a whole nother, like Google values, like it's so big. It's just so big. So I've got North Star values, and this is where I got the North Star idea from. Let me know if you've heard of North Star. So this is a way, if you're not like a really goalsy, hardcore person, this is an alternative. And I love this. And you'll hear people talk about their North Star. When people are super successful, they've got a North Star of their company, of their mission, of their vision. So what's a North Star? A short guide for defining your purpose. When we look to establish our North Star, to define a sense of purpose in our lives, we need to first understand goals. Hang on. Setting goals is a proven method for achieving our wildest dreams. However, it can be argued that goals are future-centric and set you up for disappointment while compromising the present, if you've ever experienced that. So I've had an on-off relationship with goals. This is the Minimalist Vegan blog. On and off with goal setting, and two of my favorite creators, Tim Ferriss, and I can't pronounce that name, talk about North Star. And so what is a North Star? According to Earth Sky, the North Star, or Pole Star, aka I can't say that, Polaris, is famous for holding nearly still our sky while the entire northern sky moves around it. Metaphorically speaking, your North Star is your personal mission statement. It's a fixed destination that you can depend on in your life when the world changes around you. And I've had my North Stars for my contribution, for my health, for my emotions, do you know what I mean? And so when I was going through all the stuff, I still had those to hold on to. Gary Vaynerchuk, you might have heard of him, has a goal of one day owning the New York Jets. This has been a dream of his for a lifetime, and he cares deeply about it. And now his actions and his day-to-day are geared towards that specific goal. Whether it's a new partnership, letting go of staff, a new venture, it all trickles down to his North Star. He's not the only example. Nelson Mandela's mission was to liberate all people from the continuing bondage of poverty, suffering, and gender and other discrimination. Our North Star is to inspire millions to live with less staff, the Minimalist Vegan, and more compassion. This blog is the vehicle we use towards it. So your YouTube channel, your work is going to be inspired by your North Star, your contribution, right? So achieving your North Star is not the point. Don't get hung up on achieving it. The purpose of your North Star is to help you make informed decisions today. Be content with your progress, knowing that you're one step closer to your mission. Can you change your North Star? Yes, you may. I'm not going to read all of that. So what's your North Star? It could be being the best mother or father, providing fresh water for the world, empowering children with disabilities, having a simple life, etc., right? I have North Star values for you and a template within the site. Okay, cool. So this is the 7 Freedoms Frequency portal, which has my monthly calls. And again, there's 2 levels. There's $77 a month, which I give my students for my boot campers and my masterminders. And so if you're interested in that, when you come to the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, I will share with you how I bonus that in an entire year, because I want to support you in your lifestyle, but I also want to support you in your light work. And so the North Star values are in here, but they're also in the $7.77, right? So I put my tools in there. So self-funk versus self-love. So this gives you some ideas of some of the North Star values that you want to create. So whatever they are, being self-aware, giving, etc. This is like an extensive document with each area of your life. Again, this is going to take some time. It's not an overnight thing. So my North Star, say my financial freedom, service, growing, collaboration, and giving, right? And so I incorporate them in a weekly, monthly, and daily basis. All right. So hopefully that will be helpful for you. Emotional scale. Again, we're almost finished. If you've heard of the emotional guidance scale from Abraham Hicks, from Jerry and Esther Hicks, let me know. And so emotional freedom Wednesdays, we'll talk about this more. But basically, raising your vibration with your vision board, not just creating that vision, but raising your vibration to the level of what it is that you want to manifest is a process, right? So you've got to be aware of it. And so we want to be spiraling up rather than spiraling down. And so vibrating at the frequency of freedom. That's why I say freedom. That's why I named it freedom, because that was one of my North Star values. Joy, knowledge, empowerment, love, appreciation, right? So we do this daily. And passion, enthusiasm, etc., etc. When we're spiraling down, we go for fear, grief, depression, powerlessness, victim, unworthy, all the things. So I was vibrating myself personally at fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of selling. Not the best place to build my business. And I have had a lot of losses. So I was at grief. And so I moved up from fear to freedom. And I moved up the emotional scale from that grief to love and joy and empowerment. Do you know what I mean? And appreciation for my son. So being aware of what that is in the emotional scale, Asking It Is Given is a beautiful book. Just every Monday, I will listen to a book, and Asking It Is Given is one that I tend to listen to. I'll talk about that in just having the awareness. I'll talk about that more on Wednesday. All right. What else have I got? Okay, so this is Natalie Ledwell. I don't know if you are familiar with mind movies. And so I got the idea of creating a video montage through Natalie Ledwell. And this is Mel Robbins. She did a TED talk talking about vision and manifesting and a powerful visualization. I'm not going to go through that. So I want to wrap up this. So I'm at 15 minutes tops. Low vibration. I don't want to log in. Low vibration. So again, I'm the low vibration teacher. Listen, it's the low vibration, not attraction. When you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it. Paulo Coelho. In 2009, it began with a blah, 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 watch The Secret. If you've watched The Secret, let me know. I did. Okay, let me just see where I want to cover. Low vibration, everything is energy. We know that. It moves and vibrates. Everything that we see, ourselves, the people around us, the chair that we're sitting on, that we're reading, article, oak tree that we see outside the window are tiny atoms, right? We're vibrating at a frequency. So when we're creating a vision board, we want to be in alignment, basically, all right? We must be passionate about our intentions. That's why I talk about intentional living, all right? So I won't go into that. And I can cover back and ask any questions and all the things. I'm almost finished. So what is spiritual awakening? This is how I was conscious and I couldn't feed myself and my family. And so I wanted to go about like really breaking down my life and having it all. So spiritual awakening is dissolving the illusions that the mask of the reality of the present moment. So once I'm done with this training, each day we just have to duplicate it. So I'm not going to go through all of this teaching again. This is the deepest teaching. Watch it till the end, and then we can just go forward with these teachings and this knowledge and this empowerment throughout the week. Okay. So initial awakening experience are the start of falling away from many levels of known and unknown subconscious ego. Can we have the courage to allow these beliefs and attachments to fall away? Sometimes we do and sometimes we don't, right? This is his initial awakening experience. What was yours? And so that's why I say become a contributing co-author in your spiritual awakening, so we can actually share with the world what awakening looks like. Spiritual alchemy, we turn our wounds into wisdom, right? From that alchemy process. And I say a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy. What is spiritual alchemy? For centuries, alchemy has been synonymous with gaining wealth and immortality, but the perception of alchemy is largely misguided. It stems from confusing metaphors of original alchemy with reality. Alchemy, as a result, becoming the pseudoscience of transforming lead into gold. These days, alchemy is thought of as something quaint, even a little occult, and relic of the Dark Ages. But alchemy, let's see. Well, physical alchemy is concerned with altering and transforming properties with matter. Spiritual alchemy is concerned with freeing your spiritual self. So this is vibrational, right? And so, which is obscured within the unrefined parts of your ego, your fears, your personal beliefs. We don't want to believe that stuff. We want to turn our wounds into wisdom. So there's just tools to support us in understanding when we create a bucket list, isn't it? When we create a vision board, there's stuff underlying, right? There's beliefs and values and all those things. So segment intending, if you've ever read Ask and It Is Given, I love it. This is a process that Jerry and Esther Hicks or Abraham developed. And it is a process whereby you define your intentions, again, back to intentions. So I talk about intentional living for your segment of your day, moving into your day, moving forward. So it's a way of, they call pre-paving your outcomes and focusing your energy of what you want to achieve. So launching your day in a way, pre-paving, setting the intention for how you want it to be. Leading your day, setting the intention for how you want it to be. Leaving your day, setting the intention for how you want it to be. So we've created this vision and we're going to live into it by creating that. And this is a lot, but I coach you through it. And every single day I will share examples and I will hold you through it. A bucket list is something that I'd love for you to include on your vision board. The marathon, half marathon was a bucket list goal. Writing a #1 best-selling book was a goal for me, becoming a #1 best-selling author. I will talk about bucket list items. I think I am done. I'm going to give you the homework again for creating your, first rating your contribution freedom in your light work and your lifestyle. Let me know how fulfilled you feel. I'm going to wrap up. We've got 5 more minutes. Let me know if you have enjoyed this so far and if you are going to do the homework by posting it in the group. So we're on the homework section. We're on the home straight. All right. Are we good? Are we going to do the homework? Are we going to buddy up? Let me know if you're going to need a buddy or if you're going to do the homework. And if you're watching this on the replay, do comment anyway. All right. And thank you for checking over on the YouTube channel. Love that. So let's do the homework. And you might not like homework, but there's homework for you to implement. So again, let's recap North Star. North Star is our guiding compass. And if you want some help and support with this, I will absolutely support you. And I have tools and resources again. So North Star is that statement, that vision, and I'll share what the North Star value, I think I shared, or I'll share again what the North Star is for the Soul Legacy Academy, for my book, and for my YouTube channel. And so we want to rate our vibrational frequency, as in how in flow do we feel in towards our vision, where we want to be, whether it's a 1 to an 11. If you're in at an 11, you're in soul flow, you're like, got it. If you're at 1, it's soul funk and you feel stuck, right? You're not in flow today. Rate that. Do the vision board for the contribution freedom on Canva. You've seen mine. And so I talk about doing spirituality. No, not doing spirituality. I mean, spiritual business success without doing busy work, without being broke, and without experiencing burnout. And there's something that is like a mantra for me for contribution freedom at that 1111 frequency. And I show up on the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast at 11:11 on daily from September, but I will show up on my Facebook Lives talking about every single day, contribution, health, blah, blah, blah. So I say, show up, speak out, and serve deep. And that's just, am I showing up? Am I speaking out? And am I serving deep? So I will ask you, are you willing to show up, speak out, and serve deep? My values are honesty and integrity for me showing up and speak. If I'm not showing up in integrity and honest with you, we're unreal, and I think I have been today, then it's like, it doesn't feel good to me. And I say, every freedom I touch turns to gold. That's another mantra. My values, so you can do a statement that represent your values. You don't have to. I will share mine, and so you can do a screenshot or whatever you need to do. I'm so happy and grateful and appreciate being an integrity-based and honest author and authority on my area of expertise. I feel at peace with being in integrity and honest. I love acting and moving as one with my author and authority status. I walk my talk as myself, being in integrity and honest as an author and authority, and I acknowledge my daily spiritual morning evening and nighttime routines that support me in living and owning the 7 Freedoms Frequency and the Spiritual Business YouTubers Network brand and the Soul Legacy Academy. And so this is a challenge. We are going to announce the winners for the challenge. Do the homework, invite people to the group, share this out on the socials, wherever you need to be, and I will announce winners for the work. So we've got the call. All right, so a priority goal. You're going to set one priority goal for each area of your life. Mine was publish a book. It might be start a YouTube channel. It might be do a YouTube channel. Whatever it is, you let me know. Something just flew past my window. You want to remember your soul why, your intentions behind it, right? Give yourself that. And you want to look at the evidence that let me see what you can see. You want to look at the evidence of where you've seen this on your soul path, where you've seen evidence of you doing your work in the world, like positively reinforce what you've done already, and put some of those things on your vision board as well. And don't put everything cold, like put yourself on your vision board. And I will recap all of my vision boards, and the images are in the Soul Legacy Academy as well. We will be doing the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge on Sunday. I will go into more detail with that. Contribution for me feels like soul client income, soul family influence, and soul tribe impact. And at the end, we will have that vision board to play that for yourself every single day. I love that. So you can post your videos, post images. I like upload a video if you don't want to go live. Tag me if you go live in the group. Get an accountability buddy. And what I'd like you to do as part of your video, and moving up the emotional scale, this is pretty special, and we'll do this on the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, is express gratitude for your vision already manifested. And I usually say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. And I will list all the 7 freedoms. So I do this in one swoop each day, but you can just do the contribution freedom if you want to. So you're kind of giving the universe a thanks in advance, like you're really believing it. So if I was going to say about my contribution freedom, I will list, you can list one thing, you can list 7 things. So if I was going to go to my vision board, I would say that I'm happy and I'm grateful that I have co-authors in my co-author book series. I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate the connection and the joint vision partnership with my lead soul guided instructor, Robin Knott. I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate the hundreds of thousands of members that are in the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, YouTube podcasters, partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement. I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. So some of those things that I'm experiencing now, and some of those things that I'm saying thanks in advance, some of those things will be in the past. And so when we merge the past, the present, and the predicted future, our brain doesn't know any different. And so we're kind of tricking it into just believing all of it. So you can do your video. What else? Subscribe to the Soul Legacy TV if you haven't already. And again, the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast will be out for each of the days, and I will be sharing my journey with you. This vision board challenge is annually, and that is the notebook. What else? Free chapter of my book if you want to start your YouTube channel, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a Soul Guided Influencers Compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. I think the chapter is there. Free chapter, download it. I've loved it. Robin forwarded the book. If you want a copy of this book, then you can go on Amazon, and these are the co-author books that I've contributed in. This book, it has a 5-day challenge in it. Remember when I said about Hello Rod? I was like, I want a 5-day challenge. It's got a YouTube challenge in, and it's self-study. It's different from this YouTube challenge. And so if you purchase the book, I will gift you, it's $5.55. I like angel numbers. I will gift you the course that comes inside of this book for $55. It has a coupon code in the book. I don't have to touch it. You can claim the coupon code if you like. So it has a companion 5-day self-study challenge if you want to start your YouTube channel. Hang on. The Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass It's free. It's 4-hour training. If you love this training, I really dive deep on your business and your contribution. Move forward or not, absolutely fine with that. That is where you register for the masterclass, and we do the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. I love it. Napoleon Hill, if you're a masterminder, we Think and Grow Rich. We are thinking, our thoughts, our feelings, and that they have, I've got all the books down there. So this is the 5-day challenge. You'll see this on the Soul Legacy Academy, and this comes with the book. And so when I teach you your contribution, what you want to do is create passive income streams, right? You want to contribute to as many people as possible. And so this is a passive income stream for me. The book is a passive income stream. And I wanted to say, actually, you don't have to invest $55. Just purchase the book and you can actually get a coupon code for this. Excuse me. And I will support you in this. And Robin is our lead soul guided instructor. She's done the model of what I'm teaching. So you can see that. So there's clarity on your YouTube channel, the topics that you want to create, the naming of your YouTube channel, the planning of your light work and your channel trailer. And then I have the movement marketing media kit challenge. So if you want to continue on your education with me, you can absolutely can. I love it. So this is Robin Knott. That's the testimony. You'll see Robin's work. And so Robin has her, if you have resistance and layers, Robin does have her 7-day to unblock your chakras. That's a YouTube challenge again. And she's done it annually and she's doing it in September. This is the 3rd round. And so it's just beautiful. So we create challenges and we leverage our time. It's a really, and she does the follow-up each day. And for success, root chakra. And that's a testimonial for Robin as well. I think that is it. Oh, and Robin has a monthly call free for clearing resistance for empathic healers. And then my testimonial for her 7 days money box clearing challenge. That is it. Yay, we did it. We did it together. Let me stop screen sharing. If you found this valuable, let me know. Okay. Will you include all the links? I do. I include all of the links in the 7 Freedoms Vision Board Challenge. It's a lot of links. Hang on. Let me grab this for you. In here is the homework. Let me post this for you. And let me pin it to comments. I think I can post it. And so it's at soullegacyacademy.com/courses/vision board. And that is $7.77. I believe it might, I don't think it's on pre-order. I think if you have any problems with it, let me know. And all of the links, I'll show you actually. And templates for our rankings. Yes, it's all in there. Let me quickly share my screen again before I let you guys go. Present. Let me get a screen. Oh, present another screen. Share another window. This is how StreamYard works. Is what I'm using. Let me just make sure I get the right one. Yeah. Okay, cool. I believe that one. We're good. Okay. So again, we're on the YouTube channel. The 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast is here. The book launch, if you want to be a co-author, and my Spiritual Awakening annual YouTube summit. So inside here, I believe this is inside. No, it's not. That's my media tour. Hang on. If I don't go into this, let me see. I have got it open somewhere. Let me just see. I'll drag it over. Let me show you inside. Annual 7 Freedoms. 1 second. And if I don't have it open, I do have it open. I've just got tons of windows open. Hang on. Shared the wrong screen. Let me share my next screen. And I will show you exactly where everything is. Apologies again for the big screen sharing. I think this is it. Eek. Oh gosh, no, I just did the same one again. Hang on. I did have it open, ready for you. So I'm glad that you asked. Oh my goodness. Here's the links. User sign in. No, it's not letting me. Make your own vision board. Yay, got it. Let's see what you can see. Can you see inside there? Let me just get my, this is like, I make this look really easy and everybody goes, oh my gosh, it's so, so easy. Right, okay, cool. So we've got the Facebook group, right? So if you're part of the Facebook group, share it out, use this invite button, and hopefully you found value. So inside, this is the spiritual business vision board, the link that I've just shared with you. And this is what is inside. This is the link to the video that's going to give you a little bit of an orientation, and then access to this. It's going to probably play. This is me playing in here live. And so when you do your vision board challenge and you do it on YouTube, you can embed it in your site. I love it. I'm not going to play that because that is actually me live here. And when we do it in December, then you'll have access there. And so if you go down, so you have access to each day. And then we have the photo, the collage for Canva. Hopefully you saw that. And we have the Soul Legacy wheel. It'll just take a second to look. I've actually got videos that I've taken out of my other training to walk you through them individually. So this is like value being shared. Doesn't want to load. Is in there. North Star values. The Soul Legacy wheel is in there. Hang on. Oh, you don't want that. The guide, how to visualize what you want and how to get it. The vision boards, my vision boards under here, just to give you, don't know why that is off, but I will update my vision boards, my new ones. This is really, really important. As you build your vision, what I share with you is how to schedule out onto your online calendar. I use Google and reverse engineer these intentional living codes so you can create that life work balance. And that's what we'll do on the call as well. Share your spiritual awakening story. That's your journal if you want to become a co-author as well. Soul income game, etc. And there's where the monthly call is, where you can, if you have this $7.77, you can come and schedule on my calendar on here, and I will coach you. I will give you, it's a month's worth of coaching, but it's a 2-hour coaching call. You can schedule, scroll all the way down. You have a coupon code within your email, your welcome email, I believe. And you can get that. And I would love to support you. I've got other bonuses in there, moving from a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness, a quiz in there. And then we have the podcast. So you'll be able to watch anything, comment in the discussions, body up. And we do the vision board challenge and we do the podcast. And that I love repurposing. So I'm speaking into this, and already within my site, I have this vision board challenge. And I don't know if I'll be able to, it'll probably give me an echo. Right? It's already there. I love leverage. This is prepared. This is me having the contribution. So when I get out there and I go get featured and I take my book on a media tour, it's done. Do you know what I mean? It's beautiful. I love it. So you'll have access to everything in one place. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you saw that. All right. Is that cool? Is that cool? This is why these things take a while. I think that's it. All right, so thank you for spending this time with me. I will come on full screen. Hopefully you found it of value. I've loved creating it with you. And I really do. I really wanted to keep to like time. It's an hour and 48 minutes. Oh, gosh. But it's under the 2-hour mark. And I think that for a free training, it's like a workshop. And so we will do Health Freedom Tuesday, but we're going to do it and it's not going to be crazy. What I want to say is part of when you create a YouTube channel, what you want to do is have an audience built in, and you want people to watch your full videos, and you want people to then come to the podcast and then come to the, and so these challenges are a way of building a passive income, supporting students. It's marketing, but it's also serving my students. Everything that I do, I repurpose everything. And so we have a private community. Yes, we do have the Facebook group because I've come onto Facebook just to gather you guys. But this is a business model of contributing, doing your book. This is all in my book. This is all the playlists are in my book. all of the vision of me contributing. My masterclass is in my book. The networking call is in my book. If you download that book, you'll get a real insight into what I'm sharing, because I teach it in the book. I think it's pretty special. So I love you. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for watching the replay. Share this out. Invite fellow light workers, spiritual business owners, spiritual entrepreneurs with the movement in. And again, in the Facebook group. And when I can see who's invited who, and at the end of the week for Financial Freedom Sunday, Get to Sunday, I will gift a VIP day. If there is people that have invited people, if there's no one, then it's like, okay, we don't need my help, but hopefully you do. I love you. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me and just making it what it is. You know, thank you for commenting. Thank you for just spending all of this time with me. It's been an absolute blessing. Tina says, thanks. You're welcome. This is about you. This is about you showing up. I'm using it. And I will share with every single day on my daily live how I'm using it and how I'm manifesting, walking my talk. Love you, and I'll speak to you soon. Big love. See you for today, day 2. Take care.